Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the Bud and Roach Show with Bigg Limn. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing?
We're doing good. You sound stoned right now, bro. You alright?
Nah, I wish I was. I'm on fucking drug court actually right now. Can't smoke for the next 6 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That hurt me to start this interview with such a sour note. You have songs so beautifully crafted about marijuana, man. And damn, bro. Like,
it is what it is. I gotta roll with the punches, I guess.
Fuck it, man. So tell us about Bigg Limn, because I've been playing your tracks for a little while since I've heard them, and phenomenal tracks, by the way. Your music is amongst the best that we've received at this show.
Appreciate that.
And you obviously you hone your craft very well. So tell us, how did you get started with music?
I mean, I've been doing music my whole life pretty much. Like, started out with guitar when I was younger, and then moved to drums, a little bit later, and then was always a writer too. So I started doing poetry, and then probably about 16 or 17, I started moving to rap, and then I don't know, me and my brother was making some little shitty beats on Fruity Loops and whatnot. And we just decided to, get some recording equipment, and got that like I think October of 2002, and just started recording our own music. And from there, I just been doing it like crazy.
Shit, 02, you've been putting in some work. Then that's a solid decade, man.
Yeah, man, that is.
Yeah, mostly just trying to, like you said, hone the craft and perfect it, and get something that I like together, and then also, obviously just using it as a stress relief and shit.
And you mentioned that you play guitar and drums. Do you produce these beats as well? Do you outsource them, or?
No, these ones are all outsourced. I do a little bit of beats every now and then. Nothing on this album. My next album, I'm gonna have some with my beats, but actually, my album that I just put out, the intro on that, I got a bunch of hand percussion and shit that I played everything on.
Nice. Yeah, that's solid shit. Now, one of the things that is obvious about your music, especially when I was looking at all the music you sent in, is you have a very political mind, which we can appreciate because we do as well. So usually when artists come on the show, they say they don't want to speak politics. But having the nature of your music, how do you feel about the current situation with the Obama-Romney illusion, I guess you could say?
I really don't put much into it because the voting system and all that shit is all bullshit to me. I feel that our whole government's been controlled since at least the early 1900s when the banking system took everything over. So I've really, especially this election, I haven't even put much stock into and paid attention. Especially when you got the Republican debates, and Ron Paul's winning everything, but he's ghosting the mainstream media and shit.
Like nobody's
non-existent. They're still on these. The Where's Ron Paul, man? And you see the type of following he had when he's showing up to colleges, man. Like he's on everywhere was crowded. He's in a gymnasium. That place is jam packed in the auditorium. You got people standing in the rows. I mean, he was packing places out, and they refused. They completely refused to cover him or follow him at all.
Yeah, winning debates and shit, and he's just on the bottom of the list. It's ridiculous.
It's sad, and what's most sad to me is, especially now that we have this show and we're interacting more with artists from all over the world, we can compare the artists that we meet to the mainstream artists that we've been hearing on the radio. And my biggest complaint is, if you're somebody that has a position of power, like let's say Jay-Z, Kanye, Lil Wayne, all these people have positions of power, and you're not talking about shit, then you're not really using your position of power in a good way, which is my problem with the industry, is that people, they really do sell out.
Yeah. Well, and all you're doing is helping dumb down the people and shit.
Yeah, you're helping dumb down the population.
Like there was that Nicki Minaj song
Oh
that
my
came out.
God, I found
That stupid bitch song. Was it the stupid bitch?
I can't even
Stupid
remember.
Hoe.
Stupid hoe.
Yeah,
That's what
Stupid
it
Hoe.
is.
Man.
That stupid hoe. I was
Yeah.
like really?
Yeah,
people.
but you're a silly stupid hoe.
Yeah,
Like, come
exactly. I
on.
think it's a biography type of song.
I mean, and I finally heard that song you were talking about where she does that wiki.
Like you see shit
I
like
was
that.
listening. I heard that shit on my Pandora, and I was ready to throw my phone out the fucking window. I'm like, why is this even coming up right now? I didn't even type Young Money, Nicki, Dre. There was nothing that should have tied her to that, and I had to hear that shit.
Yeah, but it's things like that that make you appreciate people like Bigg Limn who come out and they're writing songs about it, because even though you know you don't have the influence that, let's say, Jay-Z does, where he has worldwide followers, you know, you're still out there and you're still making people aware of this, and I think that's what music needs to be about again.
Yeah, I mean that's all I can do is just try and do my part, you know. And if I give it to the people, if they want to listen, that's on them, you know. And hopefully, you know, they hear the stuff, and you know, obviously you can only say so much in the song, so hopefully they take what I say and then, you know, do some further research into it on their own.
And I think that's the thing that most people don't do, man, and that's why we're in the position that we're in.
Yeah.
Is that people hear this shit and then they'll forget it the next second.
Yeah, they'll hear a song with a message. They'll hear a song saying something that, damn, he's really doing that. And instead of like trying even for like maybe even for a week thinking how to make themselves better, they'll listen to a song and then 20 minutes later turn around and do the exact opposite when they were just praising, saying, yeah, that's real shit, that's real life. But they'll turn around and do the exact opposite.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man.
Well, and I don't know if it's intended, but it's some kind of fucking brainwashing, because sometimes I'll have to listen to the radio, and then I won't listen to the radio for like a month, but I'll still have the stupid ass song stuck in my head.
Yeah, man, that shit happens when you don't
listen
listen to the radio, and then, like, there's just one day you're in the car driving somewhere, and I mean at that point, if you don't have any CDs or a hookup for your iPod, then you're just stuck listening to what's on the radio, and you hear those songs, and then it's like you don't listen to the radio again for months, but that stupid fucking tune is stuck in your head.
Yep, it's like a fucking plague.
or just that
That's
one
exactly
line.
what it is. It's a fucking plague.
Yeah.
It's one big plague.
Honestly, if I gotta listen to the radio, I pretty much won't even put it on a hip hop station nowadays. I'll just throw on some rock shit, or
because it's not even
even
hip hop.
if I can't find nothing on there, I'll put on a
man.
Mexican station, even though I don't understand the shit.
I think hip hop now could be described as Southern pop.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it's unfair, but mainstream hip hop, that's what I describe. There's still people trying.
It's definitely still underground.
It's still underground, and a couple people trying to make it mainstream. But they're still trying, and you gotta give credit where credit's due. Like someone like a Lupe Fiasco, who had to go through what he went through last time with his last album with Lasers, because they felt it was anti against everything. And,
yeah, well, I heard too that what the hell's that stupid ass nut on you, girl.
Yeah.
That was B.O.B. But B.O.B. is another one. His mixtapes, he's dropping knowledge, but when he has to come and go mainstream, he has to do that type of. That's why a new song. I mean, you see him with Lil Wayne, with the Taylor Swifts. And I mean, he's not doing that on his mixtapes. On his mixtapes, he's dropping knowledge. But I mean, when you come and you gotta hand that record in, it's not something you just put out for free to your fans. I mean, you gotta give these guys something, or they're not gonna give you your pay. They're not gonna give you anything.
Yeah, and I don't like that. That's two-faced to me. You know, either put out the same shit and that you're putting on your mixtapes, and don't worry about going big, or stop trying to put out truth on your mixtapes and then selling out on the side too.
Yeah.
It's like a part-time job selling out shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. And we spoke to Johnny G earlier from Just Us Here, and we asked him about the comparison to him personally between going indie and going mainstream. So is it something that are you after the deal, or are you content just releasing your stuff?
I would love to stay independent. All I'm concerned about is, I mean, obviously you want to make money off of your craft. You know, I'm not looking to have some fucking $46 million mansion. I just want to. It'd be nice to be able to eat off of the stuff. But,
yeah, man.
like I said, I've been doing it for 10 years and haven't made, fucking much of anything off of it. And whatever, I still keep putting it out for myself or for people that want to hear it.
Your flow's crazy, man, and I think that you say you hone your craft, and it shows obviously when you have songs like I'm looking that you're constantly being compared to Bone Thugs and Harmony and shit, and now thinking about it, I hear it. I hear it. Your flow is crazy. Your flow is fast, and
that quick. You go fast. You slow it down, and I mean having that type of range not just as a musician, but I mean as a rapper to be able to spit fast and then still slow it down. That's a skill. That's a skill that you have to work on. It's not just something that happens overnight. So I mean,
and it's spitting fast, slowing down, and writing it yourself.
Yeah.
Because
you're
not in a room with a bunch of suits telling you what to change.
Yeah, you got fucking we posted that picture of just an example. We had the Beyonce and Freddie Mercury picture up where she had like 6 writers and 4 producers to make a song that was saying the same bullshit. That took 4 writers and 6 producers and shit. And Freddie Mercury, he wrote Bohemian Rhapsody, which is one of the greatest songs of all time. So that just shows how dumbed down the industry is right now, man.
Yeah, and I've seen, I forget, I think it was like one of those little pictures on the internet. I think it was comparing like an old Sinatra song with that stupid hoe song and the lyrics in it. Like, it's all poetic with Sinatra, and then all of a sudden you got you a stupid hoe, you a stupid hoe. Like, come on.
And that shit actually sells. That's what's even more embarrassing.
I'm gonna say this, when I usually do smoke, when I'm coming down off my highs, usually when I start to start making the goofball comments and doing shit like that. And I'll usually start rapping just dumb shit to myself, and I'll be recently around Drew, or when I'm home and I'm around my brother, and be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, yo, we can make the dumbest rap track in the world and sell that shit. Just like right now, like with no job, like it's like I wanna go for it. Just make a stupid fucking track, man, and just sell 1 million singles and be okay for life for that.
Yeah, like. I mean, I think I've tried to sit down and do that, and I can't. I think I have to be like just drunk as hell out of my mind or something to be able to actually pen something like that.
All you gotta do is think of one catchphrase and just repeat it over a beat.
Just have the beat looping in the background and just have something going. Yeah. Yeah. Nigga, what? Yeah. And that's all it takes now, man. And that shit'll blow that.
Up in there, some little Rick Ross.
Yeah, throw your little.
And Rick Ross, Rick Ross, I have my little beef with Rick Ross, but at the end of the day, I gotta respect Rick Ross for the simple fact that he has steakhouses all over the United States now. So he realized.
I didn't even know that.
No, he does, and that just shows that he knows business. It's not just rapping. Because the money that he's going to make that's going to support him for the rest of his life is from those steakhouses, not his rapping career.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the I guess the positive side to some of these. Like, Jay-Z is obviously a good-ass entrepreneur and businessman. Yeah. Like, some of them have the smarts to,
50 Cent's not even a rapper anymore. He's a goddamn businessman.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he has an exclusive contract with Netflix.
Of the people,
I think he does, too.
Whatever.
I see more 50 Cent movies on Netflix than I see reruns of The Office. Like, holy shit.
I don't understand the whole 2 Chainz thing. Like,
oh my God, I cannot stand that
nigga. His degree and shit and how good he did in school. I'm like, so why does he got to dumb his shit down like crazy?
Yeah, man. If you have a degree, how can this be what you're putting out, man? It's like when you look at some of the rappers who did go to school and who've admitted it. And I mean, you can hear that they're smart in their raps. Like, this guy, all my cars is foreign, all my broads is foreign. Like, come on, like, you just said the same thing.
Every time I hear that, I think he's gonna end it with my favorite color is orange.
Oh man.
See, but that goes to show that shit like that does not matter anymore, man. All this music is irrelevant. Where the Kurt Cobains, where the John Lennons, man, the Bob Marleys, man.
Right.
Like, they're being silenced, bro. 90% of the media
What
owned
the
by 60
fuck?
people, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if they're
companies.
afraid of speaking out because they don't want to lose their life over it, or I don't know. I think you lost your life already if you're
Like, what life is there if you stay quiet?
If you stay quiet, man. If you're afraid.
A life of suppression.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said earlier with the Drake shit. Like, yeah, he's rich and famous, but he sounds depressed as fuck on all
This
of that.
motherfucker's depressed as shit. Like,
yeah. Like, he sounds like the nigga, like, you listen to him, and, I mean, you listen to the last album. You listen to his first album, you listen to the last album, and you can just hear he went from being hungry to wanting to be on to the second album, I'm on, and this shit is fucking terrible. And you even and you can say the same shit you've heard in the other rappers. You have Eminem, who on his second album, the same shit, when he says, I'm not going to be able to top what my name is. And people like keep trying to force him into that lane. He's like, I'm not going to be able to top what put me on. And you see, you hear it with a lot of people, man, and they get on, it's not what they thought it'd be.
Yeah.
And that's just fucked up, man. It's a sad situation, especially when you see it publicly.
Yeah.
I think it's the public aspect of everything. If it was just somebody, you know, who was on the come up, maybe he was almost about to get an indie deal and it didn't go through, but nobody really knew about it, that's all right. But if you're on the fucking front page and this shit just falls apart on you, like,
yeah.
Shit is crazy.
It's like you like a lot of them, like a lot of people say, man, like you become these, they do this and you lose your life, like not really lose your life, but your life that you knew. You're no longer, like, you don't have private moments anymore. You can't go out in public without maybe needing a bodyguard or having to have somebody to keep people away from you. You can't just go out with your peoples or anything after, and a lot of them don't suspect that.
Yeah, you completely lose yourself.
Yeah, you basically, it's kind of like you lose your identity, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it doesn't matter if 2 Chainz has that degree, because as soon as he walked into that room, that guy in the suit said, "Well, we want you to write a song called Nigga Nigga Clap That Ass." It doesn't matter. Like, all that shit that you learned before that moment does not matter.
No.
Yeah,
it matters personally.
That Chris Rock special a while ago, like, it's like, yeah, they don't even care what you say as long as the beat's hot. You know, put a dick in the ear, put a dick in the ear.
Exactly, like,
smack it with the dick.
They don't fucking care at this point.
And you know what? It's crazy, and that is something too. Like you say, and he said that about women, and you have women. I mean, the thing now is, I mean, everyone refers to themselves as a bad bitch. Well, I'm a bitch that'll fuck you up. I'm a bitch that'll do this.
Aight, police.
But the second anyone else calls, I ain't no bitch. You need to watch it. It's like, wait, then you just call yourself all sorts of bitches, and
yeah,
it's
exactly.
ridiculous.
Fucking what the hell was that? How high? Like, yeah, bring all your hoes with you. What? Oh, I meant that in a good way.
I only call you hoes because I don't know your names individually.
This fucking people and World Star, man. I'm starting to get pissed off at World Star again. I gave World Star a chance ever since I saw that documentary about cocaine in Colombia, and I started going on World Star again. But it's starting to piss me off again, because the more I go on that shit, the more I see. And you guys can go in and check this shit yourself. Just search Twitter beef. Search Facebook beef. Just type in beef. You ain't gonna see shit about cows, I'll tell you that much. There's gonna be a bunch of dumbass people beating the shit out of each other for nothing.
Stupidity.
And it's the product of all this shit that's on the media, all this shit that's on Hot 97 and all that trash. Like, people hear this shit all day.
A viral video on YouTube or some shit.
Yeah, come on, give me a fucking break. These people are fucking six corporations control 90% of the mainstream media, and you guys are telling me that there's not a conspiracy going on?
Yeah, and every year you have these same 6 heads of these companies meeting behind closed doors with the people. I mean, when you think about the people that run the world, really the top people at everything in the world meet at an isolated location with security out the ass, where no one knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And there's certain things you just can't dismiss.
Yeah, and that's the same type of shit that goes back to what was it, 1911, with the when the banking industry came together on Jekyll Island, and the top heads of the finance and shit.
Yeah, when this guy thought who was it? I can't remember his name, but they was usually called the Aldrich Plan, and they rejected it, and they bought them. The Wall Street came in and they brought it out, and they changed like one or two things in it. And they changed the name to the Federal Reserve Act, and then Wilson accepts it. And it was the same legislation rewritten in a different wording, and they just
you changed it from a central bank to a Federal Reserve, and it's all right.
Yeah, and they said it's okay.
We used this term before. It's shit covered in sugar. That's all they did. They presented the shit first. They said, no, that's a bunch of shit. They put some powdered sugar that they put on the Zeppelis, and they return, and somebody said, well, that's shit covered in Zeppeli sugar. I'll take it.
Yeah, guys, we got some shit Zeppos over there.
But you know what, Bigg Limn, it's good to know that there's still artists out there like yourself that's really putting forth a positive message and an honest message, which I think that 99% of the mainstream media is lacking today, is just the honesty factor of it all.
Yeah, and for there to still be artists like you who actually are conscious and aren't afraid to speak up about what's going on, that's really what the industry needs. And I mean, if kids had maybe that example instead of the drug dealer, the former gang member, the person lying about a life they didn't really lead, I mean, society might be in a way better place.
Yeah, definitely.
A much better place.
But music is obviously a huge influence on people. I mean, there's plenty of, like we said, there's plenty in the underground. We just need more and more vehicles like you guys and shit that, help put it out.
Yeah, man.
And, we go on the air every week. We go on the air every week, and we try to do our part in just bringing some truth and love to everybody all over the world. And it's an honor to have people like you come on the air with us. And we do this from our basement living room in Brooklyn. So to be able to speak to somebody in Arizona and be able to talk about real things and having a worldwide audience, it really is a blessing.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me on here. It's just dope.
Yeah. And brother, if
you can only give, like I said, you can only give the people the information, whether they want to take it or not. That's their choice,
And if people want to hear more of your music, where can they go?
Easiest spot is BiggLimn.com. It's a shitty website, but it's got links to all the different places on the internet you can hear my stuff. And that's
Bigg Limn, BIGG. There's 2 G's in Big, LIMN, BiggLimn.com.
Yes, sir.
And brother, it was a pleasure having you on. I'm gonna keep spinning your tracks for the rest of the week and probably until I'm dead, because I just love your music, bro. And this isn't the last time that you're gonna hear from Bud and Roach, and I'm sure it's not the last time we're gonna hear from you.